Streaming only on Peacock.
John Wayne Gacy is suspected of having killed as many as 32.
Straight from the killer's mouth.
They want you to believe that I alone committed these murders.
The new gripping 6-part documentary series that investigates the crimes that shocked the nation.
The thing everybody thought they knew wasn't the whole story.
John Wayne Gacy, Devil in Disguise. All episodes streaming now.
Devil in disguise.
Only on Peacock. Streaming only on Peacock.
John Wayne Gacy killed 32.
Straight from the killer's mouth.
They want you to believe that I alone committed these murders.
The new gripping 6-part documentary series, John Wayne Gacy, Devil in Disguise. All episodes streaming now, only on Peacock.
It's hard to believe, but each day brings a new tragedy, brings a new outrage, brings a new crisis. That's why we have our third Continental Congress in Philadelphia on July 5th and 6th. I urge people to come. You can read about it and sign up at freedomwatchusa.org. We need to begin the discussion as to whether we do what we did on July 4th, 1776, and declare independence again and form a new government by and for the people. As it says in our Declaration of Independence, when in the course of human events, the sovereign, the rulers no longer represent the people, they have a right, under the laws of nature and nature's God, to alter or abolish that government and to form a new government by and for the people with equal rights for everyone in pursuit of life, liberty, and happiness. That's Larry Clayman's paraphrase. As I've said many times, Thomas Jefferson and company were much more eloquent. Probably the most beautiful document ever written. Infused into that document is the Bible and God. They invoke divine providence. And beyond and against all odds, they were able to defeat the British and form a new nation. Well, now, peacefully and legally, we want to move forward because we see in this country what's happening. More and more people are being run down by the Justice Department and its FBI like a Gestapo. If they were just simply in Washington, D.C. that day, many people didn't even enter the Capitol. People are having their homes broken into. They're being interrogated. Properties being taken from them. I have some clients in that regard. And this is terrible. It's terrible. You see a 4-year-old girl being shot in Times Square by a black Muslim named Farrakhan Muhammad, okay? And little, if nothing, is said about it. It's unbelievable. You see another person shot yesterday, a tourist in Times Square, also by a black criminal. Well, there are white criminals too, believe me. But unfortunately, you can't talk about anybody being a criminal if they're a minority anymore because they're not criminals. Who are the criminals? The police are the criminals. We have no one to protect us. And the worst people who are not protected, in other words, the most victims are in the black community, black on black crime, because these radicals have seized control of this country and they own lock, stock, and barrel the alleged president of the United States, Joseph Biden, and that evil witch of a vice president, Kamala Harris, who just cackles. It cackles like Hillary Clinton. You know, the irony is that she's not even as smart as Hillary Clinton. She's dumber than a rock. And these are the people that are rubber stamping the leftist agenda. And it's being furthered by a corrupt Justice Department and its FBI, and then also rubber stamped by federal judges, particularly in Washington, D.C., who are throwing people into the slammer only because President Trump says that he won the election because that's going to, quote, incite more violence. And even formerly courageous judges like Royce Lamberth now threatening people, you know, trying to protect his establishment rear end along with the rest of them up there. Well, no one wants to see anybody hurt. We want it peaceful and legal, but they're frightened to death because they know what they've done. They are the cause of January 6th. And that was by and large peaceful. Few bad people on either side, but by and large peaceful. And it was the result of the American people saying, we've had enough. We can't take it anymore. Rank corruption in all three branches of government, particularly the federal judiciary. Trump's own judges not even giving him a real hearing. His Supreme Court justices, part of this hack Republican swamp who betrayed him. A vice president who stabbed him in the back, wouldn't even hold back on the vote of the electors to have a real audit done of what went on. You know, you got to ask yourself this fundamental question. How can a so-called president who's brain dead, who can barely walk, who can't think, who frankly stood for nothing his entire life. To the extent he ever wrote anything, on several occasions, he plagiarized it from others because he's not smart enough to think about it himself. The only thing he's smart enough about is to take money laundered through his son, smart in quotes, from communist China, Ukraine, and Russia. And we've indicted him for that as our citizen grand juries. How can that person win? You know, yes, President Trump could have been more diplomatic. Yes, he shot himself in the foot in several different ways, but he stood for something, and he stood for the American people. And he wasn't afraid, and he's still not afraid. And this week, his corporation, Trump Organization, is going to be indicted. And there are others pursuing him as well in the District of Columbia. They want to destroy him. And by destroying him, they want to destroy us because he is our voice at the present time, other than yourselves. Now, you yourselves, you, the American people, are the real voice. There's no political messiah. As I say in my book, it takes a revolution. We are the United States. We must rise up. We must get up off the couch. We must turn off Sean Hannity. We must get to work. So come to our Third Continental Congress and read my book, It Takes a Revolution. If you come and make a contribution, or if you're a student and a veteran, you'll get one for free. Read how you do it peacefully and legally. I talk strong, but I talk about peaceful and legal means to make change. It's going to be a major event. It's going to be live streamed at freedomwatchusa.org, covered by 2 networks. This is the beginning of a new America, not the America which gives rise to people being shot in Times Square or any place else. Not an America that disparages, assaults, batters, and kills police. Not an America that uses the FBI and the Justice Department as a Gestapo of the people that have a total hold of power over the rest of us. This is my message for today. So go to freedomwatchusa.org. See what we're doing at the Third Continental Congress. Come if you can. If you're a citizen, please come. If you believe in this country, please come. If you believe in the flag, please come. And never forget that the Father and his Son are behind us if we help ourselves, just like he helped the colonialists and the founding fathers against all odds. They formed a new nation. Well, we will form a renewed nation as one nation under God, not the radical socialists, communists, and atheists that have seized control of our country. God bless you. God bless America. Stay safe. I'll be back tomorrow with another special podcast. Until then, go to freedomwatchusa.org and sign up for our Third Continental Congress. Thank you for listening to me.
This is the sound of all the things you want. And this is the sound of getting it super fast with GoPuff. Download now and order in seconds for delivery in minutes, all for a flat fee of $1.95.
Check out my summer picks. Here I'm at Total Wine for rosés and Zinfandels.
Cool.
Here's my boyfriend picking craft beers.
Does he work there?
Oh, he's more than a summer fling.
Wondrous selection, helpful guides, ridiculously low prices, Total Wine and more.